Kepa Arrizabalaga, ready to step up in Edouard Mendy's absence to stake claim for Chelsea #1 spot. Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga insists he's ready to take his opportunity to stake his claim to be the club's #1 when Edouard Mendy departs for the Africa Cup of Nations in January. Mendy replaced the Spaniard as Chelsea's first choice following his arrival from Rennes in 2020, with Kepa being reduced to playing in cup competitions. Chelsea made Kepa their most expensive signing in 2018 when they signed the Spaniard for a fee of around £71 million from Athletic Bilbao. However, he struggled to adapt to life in England and Frank Lampard opted to sign Mendy in 2020, with the Senegal international shoring up the club's defence. But Mendy could be missing for up to a month in January when he attends the Africa Cup of Nations with Senegal. And Kepa, who was the penalty shootout hero against Southampton in the EFL Cup on Tuesday, says he's ready to take his chance with both hands. "Well, it's 2 months away. Of course we know it can happen and I will be ready, but we have a lot of games until we start thinking about that," said Kepa. "Let's go step by step and we'll see what happens. If he goes to the African Cup, all the best and I'll be ready. But it's still a long way to arrive at that point. I've always said I try to help the team in the best way, but I do feel really good at penalties. I feel confident. It's a bit of luck, a bit of work, a bit of everything, but I feel really good. Of course I want to play more regularly. My last game was also a cup game, more or less a month ago, so it's not easy to sometimes step in and feel the same as you would if you play every week. But I try to be ready, train hard, be involved in the team. Also, I feel the confidence of the manager. This is really important. I've felt his support from the beginning and I think when I step in I'm ready to help the team. I'm happy to do that." Giorgio Chiellini hoping Matthijs de Ligt stays at Juventus amid Chelsea transfer rumours. Giorgio Chiellini has urged Matthijs de Ligt's agent, Mino Raiola, to keep the defender at Juventus for a few more years amid speculation the Dutchman could be on his way to Chelsea. Chelsea had been intent on strengthening at the back and missed out on a deal for top target Jules Koundé before the deadline, with Sevilla demanding in excess of €80 million (68.5 million) for the France centre-back. Koundé's eye-watering price tag has forced the Champions League holders to scour the market for alternatives ahead of the January transfer window, and De Ligt has emerged as a possible target for Thomas Tuchel's side. According to Goal, Juve are prepared to offload De Ligt to remove his £280,000 a week salary from their wage bill and could be willing to do a deal with the Blues for the 22-year-old Netherlands international. Just last month, De Ligt's representative, Raiola, talked up a potential move and suggested rival teams would be queuing up to land his client should he become available. De Ligt could also leave Juventus at the end of the season, he said. This is how the market works and there are many clubs who are interested in his services. Raiola's comments caused quite a stir in Turin given De Ligt appears to have turned a corner at Juventus after initially struggling to live up to the expectations that came with his £63 million transfer from Ajax. Club captain Chiellini has been massively impressed with De Ligt's rapid development and hopes his young teammate is a part of the furniture at the Allianz Stadium for many years to come. Matthijs is very strong. I always call him Thor, the veteran Juve and Italy defender told DAZN. Is he an heir to the BBC, Leonardo Bonucci, Andrea Barzagli and Giorgio Chiellini? If Matthijs had been an Italian, it would be easier to tie him to the club for years to come. I hope Mino will allow Matthijs to stay in Turin for a few more years. He has so many qualities. Matthijs is 22 years old, but has the mentality of a 30-year-old and wants to get better every day. De Ligt, currently enjoying his third season with Juventus, is tied into a contract with the Italian giants until 2024. The 6'2" in centre-half has made 5 league starts this season and 84 appearances in total for the club since arriving from Ajax 2 years ago. Borussia Dortmund chief speaks out on Jude Bellingham's future amid Chelsea and Manchester United interest. The 18-year-old is enjoying an excellent start to the new season and netted a superb solo goal in Saturday's Bundesliga victory over Arminia Bielefeld, gliding past a host of defenders before slotting past the goalkeeper. Bellingham was wanted by a host of Premier League sides before leaving Birmingham in 2020 but opted for Dortmund as they presented the best path for his development, a decision that has been fully vindicated. But his brilliant displays, which have already earned him 8 international caps, have prompted the likes of Liverpool, United and Chelsea to look into the possibility of luring him back to England. He is a Borussia Dortmund player and he will remain a Borussia Dortmund player, Kell told Germany's Sport1 as he addressed Chelsea's rumoured interest. There's a lot of interest around Jude Bellingham, not only Chelsea. But there is no bottom line and no exit clause. He is loved here, he enjoys that. There are no signs he could leave Borussia Dortmund soon. He added, "It's good that there are rumours about our players, it shows that we are doing something right. We can offer a lot at Borussia Dortmund. We want to win titles, but we have to keep our players to do that." Bellingham actually visited Carrington and even met Sir Alex Ferguson during his trip to United's training ground last year, though ultimately decided that a move to Dortmund represented the best opportunity for regular game time. He has already made 61 appearances in all competitions for BVB, gaining experience in the Champions League, and has established himself as one of Europe's most promising young players. Liverpool, United and Chelsea are all in the market for a new central midfielder and see Bellingham as a future superstar who could form a bedrock of their side for at least the next decade, though he will clearly not come cheap. Declan Rice should ignore Man United and Chelsea transfer links and stay at West Ham for 4 more years, says Ian Wright. Ian Wright has urged Declan Rice to stay at West Ham for 4 more years despite emerging as a transfer target for Premier League giants Manchester United and Chelsea. Rice has developed into one of the best players in the Premier League over the past 2 seasons and a regular for England. The 22-year-old has made 157 appearances for the Hammers and featured in all 7 of England's games as they reached last summer's Euro 2020 final before losing to Italy on penalties. Manchester United have expressed interest in signing Rice as they look to finally solve their issues in midfield, while Chelsea have also been linked with a player they released when he was a teenager. But former Arsenal and England striker Wright believes Rice should stay at West Ham and try to build something special in East London under David Moyes. West Ham are in the top 4 right now, but people are constantly saying Declan should leave. "He shouldn't leave yet," Wright said on the Ringer FC podcast. Declan is captain of a West Ham side in the top 4. Why should Declan move and go anywhere for the next few years when he can lead West Ham into the top 4? Who knows what's going to happen with them in the Europa League, they could go far in that too. Why would you leave? Of course you're looking at Manchester United and Chelsea, but why leave at the moment? He might be able to play in the Champions League with West Ham, and he's the captain. Go as far as you can with West Ham, give them another 4 years. You'll still be in your peak." Wright added, "Rice has got no reason to leave. If I'm part of his team, I'm telling him to stay and keep progressing at West Ham. He's killing it for England, he's killing it for West Ham. So why leave? He should stay and keep pushing West Ham." Thiago Silva in talks over emotional free transfer return to Fluminense with Chelsea contract up in summer. Chelsea could lose Thiago Silva next summer after the defender was offered an emotional return to his first club Fluminense, according to reports. The Brazilian, 37, has been a rock at the back for the Blues since joining last year, helping them win the Champions League. But Silva could now be tempted to move home to the Rio de Janeiro Giants, where began his career aged 14. Silva's Stamford Bridge contract is due to expire next summer. And despite his success, his advancing years mean Chelsea Chiefs have not been in a rush to tie him down to an extension. Reports in Brazil claim Fluminense officials have now sounded out the Rio-born ace about a return to the Maracana. Discussions are said to be in their early stages. But Silva is claimed to be open to the idea after spending the last 12 years in Europe with Milan, Paris Saint-Germain and the Blues. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel is already planning for life without the 101 cap international. The German has recently given increasing amounts of playing time to young defenders Trevoh Chalobah and Malang Sarr. The Blues are also targeting Sevilla defender Jules Koundé in an attempt to revamp their defence when Silva leaves. Silva has made 43 Chelsea appearances, including 9 this season, scoring 3 goals. His impressive CV boasts a Serie A title with Milan, plus a staggering 23 trophies with PSG, including 7 League One titles.
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.